Yes, I'm a musician, and being a musician for maybe 10, 20, 30 years of my life, I've learned some stuff in music that I believe actually work with everything else in life. I want to quickly share with you 10 most important things I should pay attention to when doing good music, taught by Victor Wooten, and I believe it works with life as well. Okay, the first one is notes. Notes are the basic components of music. Okay, so in life you have to know the basic elements of life. Okay, you have to know that we have water, we have earth, usually food. Okay, and we have fire, usually energy. Okay, and then we have what else we have? Water, food, fire, air. Okay, which we breathe. Okay, you have to know the basic components of whatever you are doing. I've taught it in another video that you have to understand the fundamentals. Okay, so you have to know that your life depends on water and food. You have to know that you needed to be clothed every day. You have to know the details of everything that you are up to. You just need a full appreciation of this thing. Sometimes you feel you are not really using those informations, but it's actually guiding your life in a way. You cannot imagine how terrible your life would have been without those stuff. So just pay attention to the little details. Okay, sometimes who passed somewhere at some particular time, what happened when this happens, and it can really save you a lot of time, a lot of energy as you go about doing other stuff. Pay attention to it. The next one is articulation. Now articulation is know when to hit and know when to hit hard. In life, you really need to know when to hit, and in business, you need to know when markets are rising, when markets are coming down, when to be nice to customers, when to frown to people, when to be jovial, when to put up a serious face. You need to know. You need to be able to manage your composure with time. Okay, so sometimes you need to really hit hard, and sometimes you need to just stay soft. Sometimes you need to be jovial. Sometimes you need to be strict. Okay, sometimes you can dress really casual. Sometimes you need to dress pretty professional. You need to be able to switch in between this. It's not fake life. It's not pleasing people. It's just life. You cannot wear a suit to a family dinner. People are going to laugh at you, and you cannot wear too black and attire to a very happy event, especially in Africa. You cannot do that. So you need to know when to articulate it. So you need to know when to put out your brand there, speak out your name, introduce yourself, and you know to know when to just stay back, humble, and not talk too much about yourself because there are bigger people in the space and the like. You need to know how to manage all this stuff in life. Okay, it works pretty well when you are able to manage some of these things. Next one is technique. Technique in music is the things you know how to do, but technique in life is just knowledge, specialty, professionalism. Okay, what you know, what you can do. Okay, so maybe you are a lawyer, you have an upper hand when things of law come into place. You are an engineer, you solve problems, you look critically at things, you think through things, you want to understand what is going on behind the scene. Okay, so you have very structured approach to problem solving. It's a good thing to do. You are a doctor, you understand that there is biological issues happening beyond every reaction or every symptom that you see. You get it. Even if you are a driver, you know that cars need to be maintained and the like. Okay, technique is a very good thing. So in this space, is this where I have to tell you to read a lot. Okay, and it's very difficult for me to give advice for people to read. If you don't read, if you are like me, you need to listen to podcasts or you need to watch educative videos like this where information is being handed over. Okay, this gives you an upper edge to be able to do a lot of things. You can have an understanding of a lot of things and you can take control and charge of a lot of things. You cannot play with knowledge. You need that knowledge to be able to work your way through a lot of things. So pay attention to it. It will be really helpful to you someday. Emotion and feel. So in music, we have a solar music, we have a jazz, funky music and the like. Okay, you need to understand that in life. I believe that feels more like articulation and the like. But yeah, articulation are just going up and low. The emotion and feel, you want to be able to have a happy moment, have a sad moment. Okay, you cannot turn up all funky at a funeral, that kind of a thing. So you need to know when to exercise some empathy. Okay, you cannot be eating in a public transport or eating in a meeting or drinking water and the like. No, you cannot exactly do that. Okay, so you need to exercise some level of emotions and feel. When you meet people, you have a firm handshake, you watch them straight in the eye. There are good things you need to do. Okay, so you begin to learn, you begin to blend into spaces, begin to sneak in and out of places, and you know where to be very loud and very conspicuous, and make sure that you are seen. Okay, it's a good skill to have as well in life. You need to be just deliberate and tactical at it. You need to know when to call your shots and when to hold back. Okay, it's a good thing that you need to look at. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'll see where as much as possible to give deliberate and very straightforward answers to demands, but it's a good thing to do. And dynamics, what's the difference in emotion and feeling dynamics? I believe it's the same thing, but dynamics in music is it's like the vibe. Like, is the music going to make people dance, or is just going to make the people just think and just stay back and watch? Okay, so in business, sometimes you have to be dynamic in your marketing. Are you marketing to people abroad? Are you marketing to people here in Ghana? Are you marketing to who are your buyers? Are you looking for the rich to come and buy a few? Or are you looking for everybody else to come and buy a lot? You have to be dynamic. You need to be willing to change. Okay, yes, back in the days we used to write books. Now I am making videos. I've not written a book before. Okay, yes, people wrote books to convey information and teach people they like, but now those days I believe people wrote books because of the money. I make videos to impact people, I have mentees, but I hope to get paid. I have to get called up to come and probably solve a problem somewhere, consultancy, get paid for this stuff. Okay, so you need to look at this stuff. You need to be very, very deliberate at it. You need to be very dynamic and work out things to your interest. Okay, so when there is a change, you need to adapt quickly. When Bitcoin came, you jump on it. People don't, people do. Why not? Mobile phones, smartphones, iPhones. We used to use BlackBerry and the likes. You have to be very dynamic in your ways. When there is a switch, now it's AI. You have to quickly hop on to the next bus. Okay, because it's going to take over and it's going to bring a lot of value to the people who jump on it. If you remember my other video of jumping onto videos like the early bird kind of thing. So you have to be very dynamic, because people who are dynamic, they switch and then they get the best out of the opportunities. I'll continue this in the next video.